It was all supposed to be a joke. It was all supposed to be fun and games. It was supposed to be just a harmless prank. But then that Markiplier guy, he had to get serious about it. He had to get angry. He had to freaking hunt me down, give me the scare of my life, give me
the rated E for everyone hands.
But now, it's personal.
Hello?
Freddy, listen up. I have a plan. Here's what you gotta do.
Whoa!
Hey, bud. Don't you get me. It's game over. Oh, God! How you... Oh, my God. No, not Monty. Not Monty. Not Monty. Not Monty. I can't stop Monty. I can't stop Monty. Freddy, Freddy, please. Freddy, Freddy. Now, Freddy. Now, Freddy. Freddy! 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 Freddy, please. Oh, my God. No. Not like this. Not like this. Please. Get me in. Get me in. Freddy! 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 Oh my God! Freddy, you bastard!
So yeah, guys, when it's personal, it's personal. But anyway, Super Rocker here, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a concept I came up with ever since the Rune DLC trailer dropped a few weeks back, and that concept is how a Freddy Boss Fight could play out within the Rune DLC. Now, you guys may be thinking, Super, how on earth could you potentially come up with a boss fight even on the show one scene within the trailer? Well, by going back to the game and gathering enough evidence, I believe this concept that I'm about to show to y'all here will overall make sense of how this could all play out. So sit back, relax, and let's get theorizing. So in order for this concept to make any sense, we actually need to compare how Freddy first started back at the beginning of Security Breach to how he is now within the Rune DLC. The game first starts where we're introduced to the glamour animatronics in Security Breach. We have Glamrock Chica, Montgomery Gator, Rotten Wolf, and Glamrock Freddy himself. They got to perform, and everything is going great. You know, we have Chica jamming out, we have Rotten Wolf with her guitar, Montgomery with his guitar, we have Freddy singing with his microphone and everything and such, until eventually Freddy detects something in the audience, which causes him to glitch and shut down completely. When Freddy wakes up, he is put into a safe mode that he's currently experiencing malfunction, and that the recharge cycle is not complete.
Showtime already? I am experiencing a malfunction. The recharge cycle is not complete.
When looking at Freddy's body, it appears to be perfectly fine, very well clean, polished, well maintained, nothing out of the ordinary. However, this all soon changed, and that the malfunction was only the start. From there, Gregory reveals to Freddy that he is inside his stomach hatch, and that he leaves his stomach hatch and introduces himself to Freddy, and explains that as everything what's going down. After hearing what Gregory has to say, Freddy ultimately chooses to help Gregory escape from the Pizza Place, and together the two face many dangers, such as Vanessa, the corrupt animatronics, Sun and Moon, and Vanny herself. As they continue to explore and find a way out of the Pizza Place, they realize that the threats they are facing are much more difficult to handle. So in order to stand a much better chance against these threats, Gregory needs to acquire the special upgrades from Freddy's friend.
Freddy, check out these pictures. Chica has some sort of special voice box. Roxy has new eyes. And Monty was given better claws. We have to get these. We can upgrade you.
Gregory, those parts belong to my friends. I would never do anything to hurt them.
What? All they've done all night is try to hurt me. They get what they deserve.
From this, Gregory takes on the other Glamour animatronics in different boss battles, and after defeating them, he then acquires the special upgrades needed, which then will be given to Freddy. However, throughout these different battles, Freddy becomes dirty and starts to develop cracks all over his body. Yet despite this, he's the least shattered of all animatronics and still in pretty good shape. When upgraded with Chica's voice box, his bow tie replaced with a purple bow tie. When we upgrade him with Rotzi's eyes, his eyes become yellow, and then finally his hands become purple with green fingers possessing powerful black claws when they're replaced with Monty's. And with all these upgrades being added to Freddy, I believe that they're connected to apps in some shape or fashion. The reason being because every time we had a certain upgrade to Freddy, a certain physical feature would change, and those changes are insinuated with the color purple, which represents Afton, meaning evil. And we also have to remember we are taking these parts when the animatronics are already affected with the glitch trap virus. And seeing how we're adding each of these parts to Freddy, the more we keep adding to Freddy, the more he becomes more susceptible and vulnerable to the glitch trap virus. With all the upgrades acquired and most of the threats being dealt with in the Pizza Place, both Freddy and Gregory are able to last until 6 a.m. However, there are still several choices left to be made, and depending on the choice that you make, depending on what type of ending you get within Security Breach. There are currently 6 endings within Security Breach. However, as of now, there are 2 endings that are contending with each other that is considered to be canon, and that is the Princess Quest ending, and that is the Burnt Trap ending. But for the sake of this theory, we're going to go with the Burnt Trap ending, and you'll see why. In order to complete the Burnt Trap ending, you need to have all the upgrades from Freddy's friends, which from there you make your way to Rotary Raceway to find a door from the back area, which will then lead you further underground, which you come across an elevator. And with that elevator, it takes you further underground, and from there you find Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. As we progress even further, we run into a huge amalgamation known as the Blob, which is made out of wire tentacles and other animatronics that possess many glowing red eyes. And from past this huge amalgamation, we fall through the floor, and from falling through the floor, we discovered a brand new area, and within this area, there's a secret room, and that secret room is holding Burntrap in a recharge station. And from his awakening, he attempts to hack and possess Freddy.
What was that? Are you okay?
He is trying to take control of me. I do not think I can fight it for long.
He? What is that thing?
With Gregory interfering, Freddy is temporarily freed of Burntrap's control, and from there the boss battle commences. From simply trying to stop Burntrap attempting to hack and Freddy again, you need to set him on fire using different computers, and of course the different animatronics that you have to avoid using Freddy himself, and of course you have to deal with the blob, tentacles, shooting through the vents and holes and everything as such, and simply avoid those. And after doing all that, you then defeat Burntrap. Burntrap then gets taken away by the blob, and from there both Gregory and Freddy attempt to escape from the fire that's developing behind them. Now there is one important thing to note here, guys, and that is the elevator. We have to remember that before we took that elevator to go underground, that Freddy said that it only had enough power for one usage. So once we went down, there was no going back up.
Gregory, be careful. This elevator does not appear to follow any safety protocols. I do not think it can survive more than one trip.
And this is something that you covered in my previous video of how Ratswell could potentially come out of in the Ruin DLC. However, we won't let that theory overshadow this concept, but instead, we'll take bits and pieces of that video to help make this concept make more sense. From this point, I'm going to implement my own scenario of what's happening underground to the point where we get to the Freddy boss fight. Kicking things off, both Freddy and Gregory make their way back to the elevator, but then they realize that the elevator no longer has enough power to get them back to the servers. And so as both of them try to find a way out, Freddy notices some debris that's about to hit Gregory, and at the last minute, Gregory gets saved by Freddy. Freddy, who is now trapped in the rubble and such, gets helped by Gregory. However, they notice something that's coming out of the fire, and from there, they notice that Burntrap has taken over the blob and is now after them. And of course, in order to protect Gregory, Freddy simply tells him to run as such. As Gregory is running, he looks back and sees that Freddy is now getting hacked by Burntrap, and from there, his eyes going from yellow to purple now, meaning he's now fully possessed by Burntrap. Freddy, who is an honest, bright, caring animatronic who wanted to protect Gregory, has now become a dark, evil, ruined version of himself. Burntrap uses the blob to help free Freddy from the debris and such, and just like his friends now, is forced to hunt down and end Gregory. Gregory is now constantly on the run, hiding, trying to avoid all his animatronics and Burntrap and the blob and everything, and seemingly with no other options, he then calls for help from Cassie. Now that we wrapped up how Freddy first started with the Security Breach to how he is now within the DLC, let's continue. Cassie answers a call from Gregory, and from there she makes her way into the pizza place, and as she's looking around the pizza place, she's trying to find a way in and notices the big hole within the entrance. From there she climbs up and makes her way down inside the pizza place, and then from there she can see that there's a bunch of spray paints, attempts at construction, everything just abandoned and left in ruin. In order for Cassie to locate Gregory, she's going to use certain tools such as the hack remote, flashlight, and even the phaser blast and fast cam. While searching these tools, she's going to run into many animatronics such as Roxanne, Chica, Monty, Eclipse, and many more. The tools that Cassie does possess is only going to be able to get her so far, so in order for her to make more progress in searching for Gregory, she's going to need some help. And that's when the whole Ransomware becoming an ally theory comes into play. We won't go into depth, but the main reason being she could potentially become an ally to Cassie is because number one, just like Gregory and Freddy, they both share a communication device, not to mention both have real nail polish, and that the clothes they do wear have similar color schemes. Not to mention when looking at Ransomware through designs, we look closely at her eye sockets, the holes that we see matches the ends of the hack remote tool itself. So it's very possible that Cassie could use this tool to reset Roxanne by clearing out the virus, and therefore she would go back to normal. Not only does it go to show that Ransomware can be freed of the virus as well, but also go to show that maybe the other animatronics have a special compartment as well, so therefore when we reset them, they can go back to normal as well. After Cassie freed Roxanne Wolf, she then informs Roxy of everything that's going down and asks for her help to locate Gregory, and they figured the best way to locate Gregory is to free the rest of her animatronic friends. They will free most of the animatronics, so eventually there's only one left to deal with, Glamrock Freddy himself. I know someone gonna put in the comment section saying,
super, Roxy Wolf doesn't have eyes, how's she supposed to see in everything?
well, there's still a part of the servers, ain't there, guys? We just go right down the parts servers, give her a brand new set of eyes, and then there you go, she can see again. As both Cassie and Roxy then try to figure out where Freddy could be located, they get attacked by a bunch of stat bots sent by Burntrap, and so they make a run for it. As both Roxy and Cassie are running, they realize that the number of stat bots is increasing, so in order to keep her safe and divert stat bots away, she then throws Cassie into an elevator, and afterwards she then diverts the rest of stat bots. And of course, just for safety measures, Cassie then closes the elevator door. Once the elevator stops, Cassie then exits out the elevator and starts evaluating as to where she's at exactly, and after looking around around the area, she realizes she's located in Blast. And then after going deeper into Blast, she then runs into Glamrock Freddy. And you guys may be wondering why on earth would the boss fight happen within Blast? Well, that's because the previous animatronic boss fights that we dealt with as Gregory, it was all situated within their own area. So it makes sense that Freddy's boss fight would happen here. And we also have to remember, this is no ordinary Freddy. This is a Freddy who has the upgrades of all his friends. So in this case, he has Rotten Wolf's eyes, he has Montgomery's claws, and Chica's voice bots. As Cassie slowly backs away from Freddy in order not to be seen at all, she accidentally steps on a stat bot, and from there she gets spotted from Freddy. And from there, the boss battle begins. And so the boss fight was started by having Freddy chase down Cassie on different levels with Blast. And while being on different levels with Blast, Cassie simply just needs to avoid Freddy's attacks and therefore stun him still before she has enough time to find out a hiding spot and recharge her Blast or Cam. And so there can be a moment during the boss fight where if Cassie's hiding for too long, Freddy can activate Rothy's eyes and eventually locate her. There's also going to be moments where as you're running away from Freddy as you're trying to stun him, he activates his Chica voice bots to stun and immobilize you momentarily. And of course, there'll be moments during the fight where Freddy uses Monty's claws to destroy hiding spots, therefore you're limited into certain areas you can hide, which kind of forces the player to engage with Freddy a bit. So the overall goal of this boss fight is that Cassie simply needs to hold off Freddy long enough to eventually Roxanne and the others get there. Throughout the end of the boss fight, there can be a moment where Cassie stuns Freddy using the Blast and Cam, and then from there, Roxanne and the others arrive. And then from there, they hold off Freddy till eventually they come up with a plan where Cassie will then make her way to the second floor, they get the jump on Freddy, and from there find a special compartment to hack Freddy, clear the virus, and reset him back to normal. Once Freddy is free, both Cassie and others will then explain to Freddy as to everything that's went down, and then from there, Freddy would instantly want to find Gregory. And so together, all of them will explore the Pizza Place, so eventually they locate Gregory, and from there, they run into Blob Trap. Yeah, that's right, guys.
Blob Trap.
I'm calling that just go with it, all right? Blob Trap. And so together, both Rotty, Cassie, and Freddy and the others would then take down Blob Trap, rescue Gregory, escape the Pizza Place, and therefore leave behind the ruins and the chaos. And that right there concludes the whole theory of how the Freddy boss fight could play out from the Ruin DLC. Like I said, if you guys feel like I missed out on anything, or if you have any theories, any questions, make sure you guys leave it in the comment section. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys can check out this video on how Rotten Wolf could potentially come an ally from the Ruin DLC, or if you guys want something a little different, make sure you guys go check out this video right here. I want to say thanks again so much for watching today's video, and as always, guys, stay safe, stay positive, remember, the grind never stops, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, y'all.